Here we are.
We really are back.
I know. It's been 1 week, but we're back.
No, I meant back in Colorado, Nick.
Oh, we are back in Colorado.
We're back.
Guys, shit. We're back in Colorado. Okay, let me set the scene, Francesca.
Ooh, set it. Paint him a picture.
Okay. We are in our friend's gorgeous place in Blue River, Colorado. And they have plants. They have decor.
They have curated this apartment like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice.
You know how we described the meadery? Like in the last few episodes ago? And it was like free people and just so like, you know, very like hipster.
Booties.
Yes. Booties.
Booties.
Like little like shoe booties, not booty butts.
I know. I realize that that's a homonym, but
yeah. But so listen, this blows the meadery almost out of the water. They're on the same level.
I agree. It is
a
nice.
free people catalog, except it's all been like curated through vintage. We've got upholstered chairs that are like teal with trunks. We have, the plants are pouring down.
The plants are everywhere. There are vinyls mounted on the walls. And actually, we're at the kitchen table.
Yes.
And this is our first live show.
Yeah. Welcome to the first live recording of the podcast.
Here we
listen
are.
To the studio audience out here.
And the crowd. No, I feel like, Francesca, I feel like I'm on.
The Price is Right?
No, not the fucking Price is Right.
Like, I don't know what.
Ew, no, like NPR Tiny Desk, except it's like a
tiny kitchen.
Tiny kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're here for Tiny Kitchen. I mean, our friends are cooking us some veggie pasta sauce right now because they're wonderful and amazing. So they're making sauce. We're getting sauced.
Oh, I'm sauced.
Yeah. In Blue River, there's literally like a babbling brook outside.
No, you open up the door and you hear the babbling brook. Maybe we'll get some ASMR and we can put that on at the end.
Should I follow you out with the interface and our microphones and we'll just record?
Yeah, that's gonna be the outro of this episode. Just that's
your brook.
That's me making mouth brook noise. But okay,
I don't know
so
how to do a brook.
I'm
going to work on that.
We're going to work on our babbling brook noises. But okay, so we are back in Colorado and we left yesterday. Oh my goodness. No, it was yesterday, Francesca.
I've lived a full life already here.
I know. I've made relationships. I've lost relationships. I've been employed. I've been unemployed. No, we literally had a 14-hour car ride over here to Breckenridge and we fucking aggressively listened to Lorde.
I woke up at 5 a.m. and we packed the car. We didn't leave until like 7 or 8 because, you know, me. And we somehow tackled 14 hours. It felt like 4 hours because we love driving together. We were on a 2-month road trip already. But we still put us in the car, give us some Miley Cyrus.
And we will literally drive into the sunset.
We bump. It's our favorite thing.
I was like, Francesca, we're going to be there in 2 hours. And she was like, has it been 12 hours? This is crazy. I could go another 14. And I'm like, I know.
We just have the most fun.
I know. I can literally sit. Wait, can I tell a quick road trip story?
Oh, sure.
I was in London and people in England don't really do like road trips the way that we do. It's different. And their interstates are different too. It's not really set up like ours is. You know, like gas stations are lovely everywhere. They're practically gift shops and good people watching.
Wow.
So I was driving from London to Brighton, which is literally 45 minutes. And my friend in the back, he goes, I can't do an English accent, but he was like, I just didn't know we were going on such a long road trip. I said, it's been 45 minutes.
That's improper use of the word.
I know. I was like, I thought we were just on a car ride.
You can't do a British accent. I don't know if mine's good or bad.
I think it's horrendous. Fucking horrendous.
No. What, you want me to be more from like the countryside?
No, stop. Stop. Literally.
He's going to cut this out.
Well, I just don't want like English people to hear this.
He's mortified.
No, actually, anyone who's not American to hear this.
Do we have any English listeners?
No.
Wow.
No.
We can see. I just want to let everyone know. Hopefully we don't lose any people. We can see your IP addresses when you listen to the podcast, and it gives us like a very distinct location. So like we know. Yeah. There's been some exes out there. There's been some people coming out of the woodwork. Hey, guess what? I know you listened. I know you're keeping up with the
You're the
Sibz.
only person I know from Poland.
Ooh, you can't just say that. I know you're out there. Don't stop listening. You know, if you're entertained, if you're having fun, hang out with us.
Why
but
not?
just know that I know.
Shit. So I feel like this podcast is like Francesca and I aren't doing well.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, well, yeah. Like, I thought you meant like in life. I thought you were saying the podcast was bad.
No.
I was like,
no, we're living our fucking true lives. But okay, I'm looking at Francesca and she has 4 liquids in front of her.
yeah. If you want to know what we're drinking, okay. Here's the thing. I'm a beverage bitch, and you know, no one's ever accused me of being low maintenance. I don't know what that word is. It's Nick was just like, wow, that many beverages. Why are you so high maintenance?
Let's go through it.
Okay.
All right, listeners, get your Excel spreadsheet because we're going to go through her drinks.
Yeah, it was necessary. Sometimes like beverages are the only thing that can heal me. And I have my lovely friend Megan made me a shot of organic espresso.
Love it.
Then I am also drinking, my dear Uncle Tito
Love it.
with club soda. Splash of lemonade. Switched it up for my grapefruit. Then like my stomach needs a little settling. So I have a ginger lemon tea.
Wow.
And sometimes you just need a little glass of red wine as well.
And yep.
Like I can't decide what vibe I'm feeling. But it's like 9 p.m. here. We're getting a little late start on the it's a late episode because we've just been hanging out at the Tiny Desk with our friends.
The tiny kitchen, the tiny desk. Yes, we have. And I'm just drinking Tito's. Like I had my shot of espresso earlier. Like by early, I mean at 8 p.m. But we are sitting here drinking some Tito's with all of our beverages because we're not doing the best because of the altitude.
We've been better.
Guys, I don't know what you know about where we are, but we are pretty much 2 miles high. If Denver is the mile high city, we are double that. And
we didn't tell them where we were.
Breckenridge.
We're back in Breck. Yeah. So it's 10,000 feet above sea level. It is. So people who come here just for a weekend, they're unwell. And we lived here already. I didn't know, I guess we've been away for 4 months, that we were going to lose our like superhumanness of altitude. And she is the altitude. She's really coming for us.
Miss Altitude is fucking dragging us.
Oof. I like my head. There's so much pressure.
Yeah.
I feel like I just got off a roller coaster.
Uh-huh. You feel like the music's really loud, but it's not that loud.
Yeah. It's hard to explain. It's not the same as a hangover. It's similar, but you just don't know what's wrong with you, and you can't really sleep.
No.
You're not hungry.
And that's why you can drink on it and it gets you drunker, but since not eating, you kind of get way drunk.
Yeah, like your glass of wine here will affect you way more. I'm sure most people know that with altitude. But we had sort of built this like superhuman altitude thing. I don't know what the word is. Because I'm not doing well, all right, you guys?
Yeah, we're not. And we have headaches. We're not doing well. And so that's why we have all our liquids around us. But it's pretty nice. But actually, okay, so I wear like a Garmin watch. This is really interesting.
So interesting.
You hear people say like, that altitude is different, and obviously some people are affected differently than others, and it's not about health, it's not about age, it's not about gender. Sometimes altitude just hits you different. So I burn 1,000 to 1,500 more calories a day at 10,000 feet than I do at sea level, and now I have the data to back it up, and that's why everyone's fucking skinny, because you're breathing more, your heart is working harder to get the oxygen to your brain and bloodstream. That resting heart rate is higher, and that costs a lot of energy.
So Breckenridge, specifically Summit County, has the lowest obesity rate in the country because of this. It's literally impossible to like be fat here, which is, I'm not going to lie. This is vain. Fine. Judge me. But I love coming back, and I'm so happy to be back here because like effortlessly, you're just fit. You're looking svelte.
Yeah. They say that you move here on average, people lose 10 to 15 pounds.
I think a lot of people lose like 20 to 30
No, I've seen
in their first couple months.
It definitely depends, but I'm just saying like the average. Some people don't lose too much, but like, no, people lose weight. But the downside, if you leave
Oh, yeah.
you gain it back.
Of course, because then all of a sudden you're just burning 1,000 less calories a day.
Yeah, it's so different. And I'm looking at my watch right now. Wow, I'm at 3,600 calories today. In Missouri, I was at like 2,500.
Yeah, listen,
It's only 9 p.m., 8 p.m. What time?
What are you planning on going and running outside? I thought we were kind of like chilling for the night.
No, I'm saying like my resting heart rate for the rest of the,
Yeah, like you're still gonna, because
like,
it's crazy because you can do nothing
I have
here.
4 more hours of the day, basically. And there's only 24 hours in the day.
Thanks, Nick.
You heard it?
You have the same number of minutes in the day as Beyonce. You heard that?
No, I think it's actually kind of wise.
Okay.
What?
Okay, like we all get the same number of minutes as Beyonce, so like, you can take advantage too. All right, fine.
No, I'm just saying, like, take advantage of the
ridiculous.
day. I'm not saying Beyonce is successful because she only takes advantage of.
Do you want to get like carpe diem, like tattooed on you? Seize the day, Nick.
Seize the day.
Well, Nick seized the day. He literally worked today.
Okay, guys, I don't work, but like I did today.
Yeah.
Okay. What did we do yesterday? Because let's start it in there. Because I will tell you why I literally opened a restaurant.
Yeah, Nick just slid into. So we drove 14 hours. We woke up at 5 a.m. At 8 p.m., we slide into Breckenridge, right into Eric's, the mayor's restaurant.
And we have some drinks.
Well, Nick picks up a shift. The mayor welcomed him back with open arms. He is a lovely, wonderful man, and he loves Nick. He's like, of course you can have your job back. You want to work tomorrow?
Do you want to open the restaurant tomorrow? I said, sure. I just did. I drove 14 hours. We went out. We got cray-cray.
I was like, listen, if we're moving back, we can't like go back into our old party ways, but we have to see our friends.
Right.
I'm excited. We're celebrating. We're back. But here's, it's very dangerous. And I forgot how dangerous when you know every bartender in town and they're your friend.
Right.
I had a glass of wine that never got low yesterday, and that is definitely contributed to what is happening to the pressure in my head right now.
Yeah. Being hungover is hard in altitude.
Yeah.
And but that's the thing. I mean, what are we going to do? Like show up 14 hours after 14 hours of a drive and then like go into our Airbnb that we don't have.
Listen, that's just
drink
not
some
saucy.
Water.
It's not like us like, oh, we've just like been a long day of driving. No, we're going to slide in. We're going to have dinner with our best friend, Vought.
I'm going to shake hands with the mayor. We're going to go get dinner. We're going to go close down the bars.
We're going to go see my best friend who bartends at the Blue Stag. Oh, dude, the tavern vibes.
Oh
I'm so excited to be back. And
snow is coming down.
yeah, those tavern clothes I didn't use in the Pacific Northwest because we never made it. I'm ripping them out.
We can use them in Colorado.
Yeah. Put a flannel on me. I'm back.
Why not? And then I woke up and I forgot that I had told the mayor I was going to open his restaurant. And I did. I worked a whole ass shift.
He
of a restaurant that I don't work at.
He texted me this morning and he goes, I'm sorry. Is this how tourists feel? I was like,
with my headache, I was like, fuck, the altitude's really getting here. And that would be fine.
Saucy Sibz tip number 45. Altitude will affect you.
Altitude is real.
Yeah. Heard it here first, guys. I guess we're only going to do tips that are wildly obvious, but we just want to let you know it's real. It's a real thing.
It's
plan for it. Do you think those oxygen tanks that you buy at the city market, like you just
absolutely
shoot in your
not?
face, do you think they work?
Absolutely.
Should we go
not.
get an IV?
We can go try it.
I've never done it.
I mean, they make an IV or the oxygen tank?
Both. Put me in a tank. Hyperbaric chamber.
Hyperbaric chambers.
Does that work?
I think that sounds fun. But no, you have to like, I mean, think about, you have 24 hours in a day, just like Beyonce, and you are breathing during those 24 hours. So you can puff on an oxygen tank, but unless you're doing it 24 hours of the day, then it's, and hyperbaric chambers, you would have to, what are you going to go skiing in a hyperbaric chamber?
Oh, we could record a podcast in one, I'm sure.
Wait, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, who has one? Can I rent it?
I'm sure someone in Breckenridge has a hyperbaric chamber.
I'm sure the money.
The money. I know.
Not Aspen money, but it's we're up here.
They won't have 2 hyperbaric chambers. They'll only have 1.
Yeah, sometimes I just.
Oh my God. But so we are in Breckenridge and we have been working. I've been working.
Well, Nick, what do you mean? You worked for like one shift. Okay. So
I worked a shift.
Yeah. I mean, someone's got to support this train.
Well, I mean,
right now, I don't even know what that means.
I also I had my first shift back in the service industry for like forever. And I was kind of like, hey, maybe I don't do this.
Yeah. Nick goes, Francesca, I'm over here refilling fucking Pepsis. He goes, it's not for us.
I was, you said it correctly.
Here's the thing. You got to do what you got to do. I'm not going to be someone that's too proud to go to work, to side hustle until my daydream is a real thing. But
I did have a woman point at her Diet Pepsi that was empty. She pointed at it.
Nick, it's not for us.
And I said, oh, do you want more Diet Pepsi? She just gave me that toothless smile.
A little smart. All right, everyone knows.
And I said, okay, well, let me go get that for you, ma'am. And
wow.
I did. I know, I did. And
you did. You did it well.
I brought her the Diet Pepsi.
With your painted nails.
I did.
Nick, you were just too fabulous to be refilling Diet Pepsi.
I know.
Sorry, our friend just walked back in. She's probably she just started laughing at us. I look at Nick very seriously and tell him his painted nails are too fabulous for him to be refilling Diet Pepsi.
My fresh silver manicure grabbed a plastic cup and put it under the soda fountain and refilled it with Diet Pepsi. And I gave it to the woman and I looked her in the eyes and gave her a genuine smile.
You just winked at me and it was a full wink and a smile. He really was playing that character. He wanted to just go down that road to set the scene for you guys.
Oh man.
But slinging pizzas, man,
not my vibe. But
where's my reality show?
Well, I mean, I know.
Yeah, right.
I feel it. Could you imagine a reality show? And I'll be like, with my 4-inch silver nail manicures, I'll be like, I used to sling pizzas and give old women Diet Pepsi.
Nick,
wait,
are you saying? Yeah, no, you can't turn into that.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I know.
I'm joking.
But us having a show, I mean, it's just dangerous. And honestly, part of me would love it, but the other part of me is man, I just do and say some embarrassing, cringy, mortifying shit sometimes.
And some production company is like, I want her. Oh, I want her to have a meltdown.
TV gold. I'm constantly melting down. I cried in the Lululemon the other day. So it is reality TV gold, but I don't want to get disowned from my family too. I don't want them to be too embarrassed to.
But I mean,
no, I'm here for it. Let's
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, so if there's any producers out there, we've got a show to sell you.
If you guys know a producer, send this episode. No, but
actually, us going out right now is working. So Nick, I've been working so hard.
You are a working woman.
I am out there. I'm meeting the people. I'm networking. Okay,
right.
It's not about what you know. It's about who you know.
It's networking. Network.
Yeah. It
literally has it in the name.
I am such a hard worker. I've been going to all the bars. That's exactly what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna run around town and try to pressure people into renting their apartment to me. I am going to aggressively, because we got to let the people know. Because Nick, what's the issue in Breckenridge?
Okay, so Breckenridge and pretty much all small mountain towns in Colorado or in the mountains are experiencing a housing crisis. That means there are more people looking for housing than there are houses.
even if you were willing to pay an outrageous amount of money for a tiny closet, like I'm talking $2,000 for a closet, the problem is that there are no closets available.
Right. No, like I would be down to spend $3,000 on the closet, but if you have a closet.
Yeah, there's nothing. And the reasons for this, one of the biggest reasons is short-term rentals. So Airbnb. If like let's say you're a landlord, why would you rent your place out to a local for $2,000 when you can get like $9,000 out of it off Airbnb? Really? What's the incentive? Yeah, Airbnb is like kind of ruined these towns.
Yeah, no, and then you also have on top of that you have second homeowners where like half of these places sit empty.
Yep.
Because
they just sit.
have
There's
5 houses.
Yeah, so why would they don't want to rent it? It's
It's
their
my little
home.
mountain house.
Which is their prerogative, but they might only use it a couple times a year, so the space in town is they just all sit empty.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy. I mean, I've been hearing people, they've been living in not only closets, because a closet is like your own space. I'm saying like, I've heard.
I mean, if you're living in a closet and you have like some privacy, like you're doing good.
Wow, I love minimalism. It's so modern.
It's honestly chic out here. Like I was talking to someone today and they were like, well, because, I'm out here doing the things. I'm making the connects, Nick. They're like, oh, I heard of this place, but it's a 1-bedroom. Could you and your brother do that? And I was like, yo, Nick and I shared a bedroom for 6 months when we first moved out here.
God, that's like a fact I don't want people to totally know about, but we shared a bedroom for 6 months.
We did. We had 2 twin beds.
But listen, if we had 2 twin beds, if we were living in a tree house, our hammocks would be in the same tree.
Yeah.
So it's like we're kind of sharing a tree.
Okay. Did you take a mushroom? Did Megan give you a mushroom before the podcast? What are we just little treehouse monkeys?
Okay. No, sorry. You guys are missing context for that question or that comment. Okay. I think rooms are weird.
Oh, wow. We're really going down. You're such a hippie sometimes.
No, I slept in the living room of this house for over a year.
Like you were paying for a bedroom.
I paid the same price to live in this house as every other roommate, and I didn't even have a room because I was exploring
minimalism.
Well, not only minimalism, but I was exploring the world in the sense of like, what if my space existed in
the community space?
Well, no, I'm just saying like I had a sleeping bag and every morning I would roll it back up. Mind you, I had a huge party house. So everyone's all like, hey, where's your room, dude? And I'm all like, you're dancing in it. And then I know. And then people would be like, what do you mean? I go, no. They go, you don't live here? No, I said, no, I live here. I just don't have a room. And they would be like, that's super weird. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then I would find my roommates. Literally, I would come home and my roommates would be in my sleeping bag on my on the floor, right? And I'd say, I thought you had your own room.
Yeah, you're like, get out of mine.
Get out of my
my sleeping bag.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying. I just like kind of wanted to. And my closet, like I had like a little space downstairs that I could put like my clothes into like a little like a shed basically. And it was the best room in the house.
We did have one guy reach out and was like, hey, if you're really desperate, I have an off-grid cabin you can live in. And I'm like, shit, am I this desperate? Not yet.
Bunk beds.
Yeah.
No,
well, here's the thing.
you
The
imagine?
guy who was telling me that earlier, he was like, well, actually, me and my sister share a place. He is a 35-year-old male.
Well, how relatable.
Yeah. No, it's so in Summit, it's not that weird to be sharing these spaces because there's nowhere to live. People are like, oh,
Right.
You live in a house with 8 people? Oh, that's literally totally normal.
Yeah. And people like put up tapestries in the living room.
Yeah.
But then they'll say, hey guys, can you not like have parties in the living room because I'm sleeping in it?
I mean, at that point, you just got to roll with it. So
That's
Nick and I have this
that's
skill.
what I feel. Yes.
We can sleep anywhere. This is a piazza skill we have inherited from my father.
Yeah.
And I like, okay, on a plane, I fall asleep before takeoff and I don't wake up till I land. So planes for me are this wonderful world of teleportation.
Honestly, I'm just on the plane not begging.
Nick is just like I'm gin and sodas deep.
Hey, next time you bring that drink, can you bring like 3 more, but just for me?
He sits. Okay, this is like Nicholas's thing he does every time. He prefers to get on the plane and walk all the way to the back row.
Well, hold up. You're missing an important step to the
tell us.
Okay.
He has
I walk onto the plane and I'm like overly nice and smiley to the first flight attendants I see.
Okay.
Hey, oh my God, how you doing? I'm so excited to go somewhere. Hey, thank you guys so much. They remember me.
Okay. No, you sit with your girls. By the end of the flight, Nick has like a gaggle of girls just eating out of the palm of his hand. He never pays for a drink.
Giving me free drinks in the back. You know, the goddamn pilot's all like, put on your seatbelt. And I'm in the back drinking Tito shooters with the girls. Like, can you believe these fucking people on the plane? No, not every time. But like, you know, I'm saying like I am friends. I have a what is that called? A technique. I have a really nice...
Try it sometime, guys.
Technique. So what you get? You get on. Be nice. Overly smile. Do some type of weird like, just make them remember you while being nice and not creepy or anything. And then sit all the way in the back. All the way in the back. As far as you can go. And even if you're not on Southwest or something like that, just take the further in the back. Because most people don't
you can't
want
just
that.
Take the seat.
Yeah, you can.
No,
not if it's a full flight, but you'll know if it's a...
Who do you... Sometimes Nick just thinks that he's above the law.
No, I'm saying that you know if it's like a full flight or not, and you can just ask people. You know, it's like the baseball game.
You're like, hey, I'll trade you my B-52.
Or if it's not a full flight, everyone who might be 52.
I don't know.
That
F2F.
777.
Yeah, and I'm like naming planes.
A Cessna.
Cessna?
That's a type of plane.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't.
Wow.
Sorry.
Really?
I feel like every time we talk about plane models, I feel like I'm pretending to be a soldier in World War I.
I was like, what was that? This is like another little butch thing you wanted to pull out of your pocket.
That I know a lot about small models of planes.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't. I don't know shit about planes. I don't even know how they fly.
I don't either.
Let's be real.
Yeah, that's not my. That's not for me.
I actually do know how they fly.
Oh, of course.
It's really kind of easy. But
right. For another podcast.
It's the same thing as a paper airplane.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's centrifugal force.
Sort of, but it's basically like if you have enough force going forward, it's not going to fall down. Same way birds fly. So if you have force going behind, birds aren't real. If you have force going behind you, it's not going to fall down.
Okay.
Because the force lifts us up, basically. And the force is jet fuel. Okay, but anyway.
I was going to say, let's.
I mean, I'm not saying I invented flying, but what?
What?
Nick, what did you just say?
Sometimes we listen to the podcast, like Nick will be editing it, and he'll be like, Francesca.
What the fuck did I just say?
It'll be like, I just said this. What am I saying? And it'll be like, sometimes he'll take his headphones off and he'll be like, you just said this. He's like, if I didn't edit this out, he's like, you would cancel yourself 100 times over.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So
we are like the same, but wildly different.
I really like nice wine, but I will sleep underneath a
really
pool
like
table.
rubbed off on you. My favorite thing is when your friends like meet me and they're like, wait, she's just like you, but she's like the bougie version of you.
No, yeah, you're me, just bougie.
Yeah.
I know. Well,
but I'm rubbing off on you, and I've kind of.
But who doesn't like nice wine, though? I mean, that's not like something to rub off on.
No, some people
That's
don't
not a
know the nice
personality
wine.
trait.
Nick, I have friends who like, I question our friendship when they say things like this, but they're like, yeah, like whatever. If it's wine, like I'll just drink the box wine. And I'm like, I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
I mean, I'll drink box wine, but I'm not gonna like.
I'm above it. At this point, I can't I have turned the page. I'm in a different stage of life.
I was at the grocery store the other day and I was looking at wines and some guy just goes behind me. He said, hey, just buy something. It's all the same. And I literally was like, all right, next time I wanted advice, like from
the uncultured swine in the wine section.
Well, like I was just saying, like if you're looking at spices, they're all spices. Just Add turmeric to your fucking tacos.
God, all of these statements are so offensive and abrasive to me.
Do you need galangal in your smoothie? No.
Galangal?
It's like a Thai spice.
Oh. Do you put it in smoothies?
No, galangal. Yeah, it's like a. Yeah.
Is it like an adaptogen?
I don't know the like medicinal properties of galangal, but it's used in like lots of like Thai and Indian and stuff. Almost like not quite like tamarind, but it's got like a sweet factor. Like I think of like a Thai ginger, so it's spicy but sweet, but not quite to the point of like tamarind.
Man, I will say though, Nick told me, this is so off topic, but just like I want to experience like real India food in India. But Nick told me that I just shouldn't ever go.
No, Francesca, you don't like tap water in America. You're not going to go to India and like eat food.
Yeah, he said that I also, I have a very sensitive digestive system. I have a lot of allergies and dietary restrictions. He said, Francesca, you would die and
you would
be
die.
miserable.
You would die and be miserable. I mean, I am someone with a stomach of steel, and I had many times where I was spending 24 hours rolling in pain due to stomach cramps.
Yeah, he really just like, it was something like, ooh, bucket list one day. He really just put that one to bed for me. He's like, listen, we're just going to have to say goodbye to this dream.
I just don't think you're allowed in Asia unless it's like Korea or Japan or...
I get a little... Okay, so...
Shanghai.
Yeah, see, that sounds nice. Like a nice hotel.
Shanghai's great, but like I'm talking like most of Asia, I feel like they just don't do that. They don't do that like this hyper awareness of like specific cross contamination allergens that like.
So he's not saying that like Asia's not nice and me being bougie. He's saying because I'm gluten free and wildly allergic to any type of wheat, and in Asia they're just kind of throwing soy sauce around. It's in the air.
Soy sauce is flying through the air.
Yeah.
And as someone who like literally drinks soy sauce, I like it. Like it's nice, but India was hard for me to get over. As far as like food. And so I mean, Francesca's like, I don't know, there's too much mold in the air.
Yeah, listen, I have a sensitive body, Nick.
I know, and that's why you're just not going to India. Yeah,
my functional medicine doctor did tell me that maybe I'm just too sensitive of a being. And the reason for my psychicness and spiritualness is like I might not be able to like fully be somewhere like LA or in these certain places that maybe being removed in the high mountains is like just kind of going to be like a thing for me, which, I appreciated that.
I'm like in LA at a party. Where's your sister? Oh, I keep her in the mountains.
No, we can go visit LA. We'll have LA moments. I don't know like how much like moving there permanently is in the future.
But that's why we live in Breck.
Yeah, man.
Ish.
Our little snow globe.
Yes.
You guys we had like, I had mixed feelings about like, man, we're going back. We kind of left there 4 months ago. Like, I just felt like maybe moving backwards. But dude, when we drove in yesterday, both of us were just beyond giddy.
Yeah, we were excited to be here. And I don't mean to be like this, but I think that a lot of these small Colorado towns I've never like been happier in. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it was just like you look around and you say, fuck, I like it here.
It's gorgeous. And it is a tiny snow globe, and it's like its contained own little spot, and it's like nowhere else. And I didn't know, and I think a lot of people these days are missing this in their lives, especially in America, is a sense of community.
Right.
You don't really have it so much in the city. It's like, yeah, you have your friends and you might like see them at happy hour and make a plan. But here it's like, I know the person making my coffee. They're asking about my dog. I can walk in anywhere and see my friends. Like, I don't have to make these big plans to see my friends. I can literally just like shoot them a text. They live 2 minutes away. Yeah. Hey, do you want to make dinner and hang out tonight? And it's just like this thing that people are really missing. And I didn't realize that I was missing that in my life and how much it's really like,
right. Yeah.
Just made me such a happier person.
Yeah. There might be something about those small mountain towns.
There really is, just the small town thing. Like, I mean, I will say that towns like this, it does draw characters. You are in a tiny town
full of
crazy people.
Capital C.
Yeah. And it's, some great crazy, amazing crazy. but you also get the questionable crazy. It's for us.
It's
and
for
we
us,
actually,
yeah.
okay, here's the thing.
Give 'em
I've
the
decided
thing.
I just need like maybe like a cute 2.2. I've been looking at houses, like little mansion here. And,
2.2 what?
$2.2 million mansion.
Oh, 2.2 million.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Like there's just not a lot for less. So Breckenridge has exploded also with the Rona. People aren't traveling internationally as
Rona.
much anymore, and they're really kind of escaping to the mountains, but they're really flooding our mountain towns, and like there's just no property like
Right,
available, and
right.
it's skyrocketed the property. So it's a love-hate with that, because obviously, you know.
No, I would love to have like a nice mountain town. Is it weird to buy a house with your sister? You know, I mean, like,
Listen, I think there's been a lot of other things, but no, we talked about this. We actually said this at lunch today. Like, he was like, "Is it weird to buy a house with my sister?" And our friend Megan was like, "Yo, honestly, I think it's more weird to buy a house with someone you just like married a year ago." She's like, "You're stuck with her." Like, she's not going anywhere no matter what. There's no like divorcing your sister.
here we are.
Let's invest in some property, Nick. That's our goal. In the next year to have like a starter property and work our way up.
I think that'd be sick.
Yeah. And then are we going to be the people to rent it out on Airbnb and make the big bucks?
We
Just
could.
become a part of the problem that we just
I know. No, well, no, I'd like rent it out to like cool people.
locals. We got to
People we like.
So I will say that this also being a community, people help out at each other. People are there for you. So us going around and really talking to people, a lot of these properties, people are trying to keep them in the family, keep them local. And people have really been like, you know, asking around from us and really helping out. So everyone, you know, maybe just like some positive vibes for us to find some permanent, lovely housing.
Keep us in your thoughts and prayers because we need a gorgeous 2-bedroom house in Breckenridge,
Listen, I don't
Colorado.
ask for much. Just a gorgeous little 2-bedroom downtown.
We will keep you guys posted on the places that we find.
And what we're doing up here, the antics, because you know, this town is its own beast, and we'll get into that.
And we have stories to tell.
Oof. We could get into some Brex stuff.
I don't like.
They might come for
Maybe
me.
we do.
But you know what's funny? The people have already come for me.
I know.
I have some stories.
Should we leave you on that?
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
get there. We'll tell you what we're doing. You know, we'll let you know if we find a place.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
wait.
So, Francesca, give me a cheers.
Oh my God, a little cheers. That was terrible.
So, anyway, guys.
She's just clicking pens. We gotta go. I can't.
Okay,
This is devolving. I love you. Bye.
Okay.